All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. And Elon Musk ain't playing around, and he did put a tweet as if he's going to buy MSNBC. And you got people like Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, they over there in tears, they yelling, they don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk posts a meme. And this is the reason why a lot of them hosts over there on MSNBC is getting scared, because it's talk to Elon Musk maybe buying MSNBC according to Donald Trump Jr. Because remember back then, Elon Musk hinted at buying Twitter, and he did. Now he's hinting at buying MSNBC, and all of a sudden Rachel Maddow just burst into tears, like she just stormed off air. She's done. She just started crying because she do not want Elon Musk to buy MSNBC. But it's too late, because we sick of all the rhetoric from her, from Joy Reid, from everybody over there. And I can't wait. Just think about Elon Musk buying MSNBC and having Tucker Carlson, as the host. We'll love Tucker Carlson being over there. Megyn Kelly, that's another good one. There can be a host over there. Maybe insert Joe Rogan here and there. That would be amazing if Elon Musk did that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this one out. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody who always watches the entire video. I appreciate all of you who do that. You really help the video out a lot when you do that. So let me know in the comment section that you did watch the entire video, and I really, really appreciate it. And please hit that like button. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all. Let's go.
Elon Musk just posted one of the most dangerous memes you've ever seen on the X platform. It is triggering MSNBC and going viral. Now, another person who's triggered is the Denver mayor. He claims he'd rather go to prison than to allow Trump to mass deport illegal immigrants out of his city. And Senator Tammy Duckworth is continuing to double down on claims that Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian asset. Now, let's start with the chaos that Elon Musk has started with MSNBC. Check this video out.
Oh, hold on.
Look at her crying. What you crying for?
To at least 3. Can we put up the graphic of this?
Elon Musk trying not to buy.
I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. No.
Now, that video was altered, just to give you a full disclaimer. But the reason why I wanted to show you that video is because it's going viral, because of a meme that also went viral from Elon Musk, and really paints the full story of what's happening here at MSNBC. You don't think behind closed doors that these people are crying about what's going to happen to their network? Of course they are. And if they get word that Elon Musk could potentially buy this network, oh my God. I mean, just imagine the reaction from them, if we can only get that on tape. But this is as close as it's going to get. Now, what this video was reacting to is this meme that you see on the screen here. This is what Elon Musk posted. And lead us not into temptation, right? He's obviously quoting that verse from the Bible. And here is the saint with the words, Elon Musk trying not to buy. And then MSNBC is the woman, right? You know, I mean, this meme got 45 million views. So
45 million.
Needless to say, it definitely has gone viral. Don Jr. responded by saying, I think I started something here. The amount of people that want this to happen is incredible. And I am one of those people, of course. And then in the comment section, I have a Christmas wish. This would be the ultimate slap in the face comeback, right? Alex Jones taking over MSNBC.
Oh, that would be fire.
InfoWars with the new logo. Amazing.
That'll be fire.
So, I mean, again, this is continuing to pile on as it pertains to MSNBC and the problems they have. And if Elon Musk buys it, guys, I mean, that would literally break the internet, right? Now, this shows Elon Musk's sense of humor and ability to dominate online conversations, exposing the insecurities of networks like MSNBC. And we already know there's outrage that is going to come from the left because of this. They're going to call it misinformation, propaganda, disinformation, you know, the usual terms. But that type of outrage highlights what? Their lack of self-awareness and their inability to connect with mainstream Americans, right? They are so out of touch. So obviously, this is happening at their expense. And MSNBC's ratings have constantly plummeted, losing to independent voices like Elon Musk and other.
And think about it, because their ratings it have collapsed. And the thing is, they ain't trying to change anything. If you can tell that your mouth and the crap that you kept spewing on Donald Trump and everybody around him is the reason why your ratings is constantly going down, because people see that you lied to them about Donald Trump. And then they still on the show today talking the same mess was the reason why they lost. Playing identity politics, lied to the American people trying to say Kamala Harris is black when she's not, she's Indian. But they kept pushing she's black to try to trick black people. And it didn't work. And not only that, we haven't heard anything from Kamala Harris since she lost. She ain't been in front of no camera. I ain't seen her tweet anything. I ain't heard Kamala Harris say anything. All these people been doing is crying. These the same people that kept saying Donald Trump didn't accept the 2020 election results, but yet they ain't accepting. They keep talking about, we need to do a recount. We need to do this. I don't believe he won. So these are the same people who saying Donald Trump didn't accept it, but they ain't accepting it. Just straight hypocrites. So that's why I said Elon Musk, and I believe he's going to buy it. That's why Don Jr. said that. I'm telling you.
Online creators, which we've showed you guys those numbers time and time again.
Yep.
Now, I told you there was someone else who's triggered just like MSNBC is, and that is this Denver mayor who boldly claims that he'd rather go to jail than to allow Trump's mass deportation plans to take place.
Let's
hear it in his own words. Watch.
Trump's new borders czar Tom Homan has said that he is willing to arrest leaders like yourself for standing in the way of these policies that they want to enact. Would you be willing to go to jail for these things?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And I'm also not seeking that. I think the goal is we want to be able to negotiate with reasonable people how to solve hard problems. Republican and Democratic presidents in the past have all tried to find solutions to these problems. President Reagan helped people get access to work so they could stay and support themselves. Biden and Harris worked on restricting entry at the border to close down. There are a lot of ways to approach this problem. We don't think it has to come to this. But yeah, I think when you look at, Ralph Carr has always been one of my heroes. He was the governor who in the middle of the internment of Japanese Americans said this was the wrong thing to do. And he stood up. It was unpopular. People were mad at him about it. That was in the middle of wartime. If the president or any of his actors are going to do things that we think are illegal or immoral or un-American, we'll stand up against them.
Okay, so he says...
But how is that illegal if he's trying to get these illegal aliens, especially the ones who did, especially this guy who did that to Lake and Riley and everybody else who done lost their kids because of these illegal aliens crossing the border. It seems like these people don't have any care in the world about these illegal aliens taking up hotels, getting benefit, getting free sex changes, getting all of this stuff. And it just seems like these Democrats don't care at all. This is the reason they lost. They do not care about the American people. They ain't trying to clean up the streets. They ain't trying to do any of that. So you telling me this Denver mayor saying he's willing to go to jail to stop Trump deportation of these illegal aliens and sending them back to their country where they belong at? Because it's more criminals than came in across the border who's been doing some of the most sickest stuff in the world. And it seems like this Denver mayor, he just don't care. He just don't care. So how do you care about the American people if you're willing to let these illegal aliens stay in the country? That right there is insane to me. That is insane to me. I mean, come on, man.
Says that he wants to negotiate and be reasonable, but a day ago before that actually came out, he was saying this, suggesting that he would threaten to deploy cops, 50,000 residents to stop Trump's mass deportation. So which one is it? Is it now you're walking back your comments? Is it now because you got all this backlash from the threats that you're going to stop the federal government? I mean, this is the type of playbook that these Democratic mayors and governors are running with, which is let's threaten that we're not going to comply. And then once we get backlash, we'll probably walk back those comments, knowing in the end, we really can't do anything about this. Okay, so here's the bottom line for me. The mayor's statement is another example of the radical left's disregard for the rule of law. They have more compassion for the illegal migrants than they do for American citizens. And what I'm about to show you is Rand Paul's response, which was very sharp and will remind you and other Americans that elected officials cannot put their own political agendas above the Constitution, which is why we have one of those, right? Clearly, these mayors, these governors, they're doing this because they're playing politics. And let's remind everybody here what the facts really are. Okay, sanctuary cities like Denver has already seen skyrocketing crime. We know this, driven in part by policies protecting illegal migrants. And we don't have to get into Aurora, Colorado either. Now, let's hear from Rand Paul and what he had to say about this. Watch this.
Now, I would say that the mayor of Denver, if he's going to resist federal law, which there's a long-standing history of the supremacy of federal law, if he's going to resist that, it will go all the way to the Supreme Court. And I would suspect that he would be removed from office. I don't know whether or not there'd be a criminal prosecution for someone resisting federal law, but he will lose. And people need to realize that what he is offering is a form of insurrection, where the states resist the federal government. Most people objected to that and rejected that long ago. So I think the mayor of Denver is on the wrong side of history, and really, I think will face legal ramifications if he doesn't obey the federal law.
Okay, so
and I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. Donald Trump ran on, we going to get these illegal aliens out here. Look what they doing to the American people. These people are taking over neighborhoods, kicking in doors, killing people, doing all type of stuff. And how come these Democrats don't have a care in the world? The only thing they've been talking about is Donald Trump and the mass deportation. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. When he's trying to save the American people away from some of these violent people. You got to look at it. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden led all these illegal aliens across the border, and Donald Trump got to work 10 times harder to try to get them back to their country, to save the American people. Like I mentioned before, they taking up hotels. They getting benefits. They costing us more money. And these people, Democrats, just don't have a care in the world. They don't care.
Denver Mayor Mike Johnson won't be the only person on the wrong side of history, okay? You've got LA Mayor Karen Bass. You've got the Massachusetts Governor Maury Healey. You got Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You got the Illinois Governor, and of course, Gavin Newsom. I mean, most of these Democratic governors or mayors are going to come out and oppose this. And it's all politics. It's not actually a true belief that they have around this. Okay, so before we move on to the next story, if you guys are getting value from this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us further, go to the link in the description below, shop the merch store, or buy us a cup of coffee. And so we know this is a political game, and part of that political game is what's happening with Trump's cabinet picks, particularly Tulsi Gabbard. So this next story is very interesting because Senator Tammy Duckworth is continuing to show up on the news and call Tulsi Gabbard a Russian asset repeatedly. It's getting to the point where you can say that she has a case of Tulsi derangement syndrome. Hear it in her own words. Watch this.
She's a critic of U.S. intelligence operations. She has promoted Russian propaganda. Your fellow Democrat, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, called her, quote, likely a Russian asset. Now, you and Tulsi Gabbard are both veterans. You served with her in the House. What do you think of her?
Well, I think she's compromised. I think by going to Syria and basically backing, a brutal dictator there, Russian-controlled media called her a Russian asset. So I do think that we have a real deep concern whether or not she's a compromised person. And
these people are only going after Tulsi Gabbard because she now supports Donald Trump. If Tulsi Gabbard was still a Democrat and she was still over there with them, they wouldn't be calling her a Russian asset. They wouldn't be saying anything about Tulsi Gabbard. They only attacking her because she is aligned with Donald Trump. That's the only reason why, the same reason why they attacking everybody. Every one of Donald Trump's cabinet picks, have y'all realized every one of his cabinet picks, they got something to say about that individual. It don't matter who it is. They looking in background. They trying to see if people then did something back in the days. And now all of a sudden now they're attacking Tulsi Gabbard. She's compromised. She's this. She's a dictator. She's that. These people are ridiculous, man.
And frankly, the U.S. Intelligence Committee, the U.S. intelligence community has identified her as having troubling relationships with America's foes. And so my worry is that she couldn't pass a background check.
Wow.
Okay, so let me give you guys some insight and education. I served 13 years in the Army, and that last comment that she made where she couldn't pass a background check is 110% not true. And here's why. I myself had to submit a background check in order to be approved for a secret clearance, okay? Tulsi Gabbard is a lieutenant colonel in the Army, and she served in Congress. The chances are she probably already has a top secret clearance.
Exactly.
Just getting a secret clearance alone is way more than your average background check where you submit your fingerprints and then you wait for the FBI or the DOJ to do their little research on you. No. There are people who come to your house. They investigate you. They will interview your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your dog. I mean, and if you're going for a top secret, they comb through your life. How do you square the fact that she was in Congress for many, many years? How do you square the fact that she's still serving in the U.S. military? Now, here's what Eric Schmidt had to say in response.
That's crazy.
Keep in mind, Tulsi Gabbard is still Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army. She commands the reserve unit here in Oklahoma and Missouri. If she was compromised, if she wasn't able to pass a background check, if she wasn't able to do her job, she still wouldn't be in the Army. And so Tammy is absolutely dead wrong on this, and she should retract those words. That's the most dangerous thing she could say.
Exactly.
Is that a United States Lieutenant Colonel and the United States Army is compromised and is an asset of of Russia. It's actually sad to hear her say that. When I heard her say that, I thought, I wonder if this is political because
it is.
She's upset.
I can tell you right now, it's political. Because she pretty much upset because Tulsi Gabbard is no longer a Democrat and she's now a Republican and she's siding with Donald Trump and Donald Trump picked her to be in his cabinet. That's the reason why they are upset, because they hate Trump and they hate anybody who supports him. Just like they went off of RFK Jr. They went after him. When he started supporting Donald Trump, they went after him. They do that to everybody that supports Donald Trump. So just listen to what he's saying.
That a United States Lieutenant Colonel and the United States Army is compromised and is an asset of Russia. It's actually sad to hear her say that. When I heard her say that, I thought, I wonder if this is political because she's upset that Tulsi Gabbard left the Democrat Party because they went woke.
That's what I just said.
Because I know they actually got along when they were in the House, and she knows Tulsi Gabbard. She knows her heart. She has a heart to serve. And so I think that's probably more politically motivated than it actually has any truth to it at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said, and I'm totally in agreement with him.
Exactly.
And here is Mark Wayne Mullen, who also stepped up to defend Tulsi Gabbard.
But I think it's insulting. It's a slur, quite frankly. There's no evidence that she's an asset of another country. She served this country honorably. And by the way, she cares deeply about our Constitution and civil liberties and making sure people aren't being targeted by these intelligence agencies. So again, I think this is a reformer who can come in, who maybe is not part of the same Washington cocktail party circuit that people in the intel community are used to, but maybe that's exactly what we need right now. President Trump listened to the American people when they screamed about these issues. They want to be heard. They feel like Washington's broken, and I think bringing somebody in like Tulsi Gabbard is a welcome news.
So you're a yes on Tulsi Gabbard, Senator, just to be clear?
I'm a yes on Pam Bondi. I'm a yes on Pete Hegseth. I'm a yes on Tulsi Gabbard. Absolutely.
You don't hire the people who built the company to fix the company, okay? This happens a lot in entrepreneurship and business.
Yep.
It's one thing to build a company, but it's another to come in and fix it. Two different mindsets, two different skill sets, by the way. And so maybe Trump is looking at Tulsi, and a lot of these picks is not people to truly build it, but to come in and actually fix the mess, clean it up, right?
Yep.
And start from scratch. So
there we go right there. Like I said, I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Devori Darkins, a great YouTuber, great content creator. Make sure y'all go over there, let him know that the real Adogg sent you over there. But as you can see, they're attacking Tulsi Gabbard because she now supports Donald Trump. You see Rachel Maddow, she's crying on air over, Elon Musk, viral meme. And it seems like he getting ready to buy MSNBC, and she finna be out looking for another job. Her, Joy Reid, and all the rest of the Trump derangement syndrome participants. All right, so like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.